Luigi Mangione's story is as chilling as it is polarizing, filled with layers of privilege, rage, and moral ambiguity. Accused of enacting the gangland-style execution of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, Mangione has become the focus of intense public and legal scrutiny. The alleged crime, calculated, brutal, and highly symbolic, raises profound questions about the boundaries between personal vendetta and public crusade. While his manifesto rails against the inequities of the private healthcare system, Mangione's actions, if proven, reveal the dangerous intersection of personal grievances and public rhetoric. Is he a man sacrificing his reputation and freedom for a broader societal cause? Or is this the case of a wealthy individual cloaking a vendetta in the guise of altruism? Through the lens of the Spartan Mindset, Mangione's story becomes a study in discipline, strategy, and resilience, qualities that can inspire but also corrupt when untethered from moral anchors. The alleged murder of Brian Thompson was no random act of violence. It was precise, deliberate, and deeply symbolic. Thompson, as the CEO of United Healthcare, represented a system that Mangione's manifesto denounces as exploitative and oppressive, a system that Mangione claimed failed him personally during his struggles with unsuccessful health treatments. Supporters of Mangione view this act as a statement, an unflinching strike at the heart of a system that profits off human suffering. For them, his alleged crime transcends personal vengeance, becoming a desperate cry for systemic change. They argue that his willingness to face legal and public condemnation underscores his commitment to the cause, a modern-day Spartan sacrificing himself for a greater good. Yet the specifics of the crime, the gangland-style execution, carried out in a public and theatrical manner, complicate this narrative. Such an act suggests not only outrage, but also a level of personal animosity and calculated defiance. It blurs the line between a public crusade and a deeply personal vendetta, forcing us to question the true motivations behind Mangione's actions. Mangione's manifesto is at the heart of his polarizing legacy. In it, he rails against the U.S. private healthcare system, condemning its greed, inefficiency, and lack of humanity. His words resonate with millions of Americans who have faced denied claims, exorbitant premiums, and a lack of access to essential care. But the timing of the manifesto discovered on Mangione when he was arrested raises questions about its intent. Is it a sincere outcry for reform, or a calculated effort to frame his actions as part of a broader struggle? Critics argue that the manifesto may be little more than an elaborate justification for personal vengeance, designed to deflect attention from the brutal nature of the crime. Mangione's defenders, however, see him as a man pushed to the brink by a system that failed him. They argue that his manifesto is not a justification, but a reflection of his lived experience, a raw, unfiltered account of a man who used his personal pain to give voice to a collective struggle. Mangione's life, and his alleged actions, offer a unique lens through which to examine the Spartan mindset. Traits such as discipline, resilience, and strategy are evident in his rise to prominence, his calculated defiance, and his ability to rally public support. However, the Spartan ethos also emphasizes honor, service, and self-sacrifice for the greater good. Here, Mangione's story becomes a cautionary tale. If his actions were motivated by personal vengeance, rather than a genuine desire to create change, they represent a corruption of these ideals. Instead of serving the collective, his alleged crime risks undermining the very cause he claims to champion. Like the Spartans, Mangione demonstrated incredible discipline in orchestrating his alleged crime. But discipline without honor is hollow, and strategy without ethics can lead to devastation. Mangione's actions, if driven by personal grievances, serve as a warning about the dangers of misusing the Spartan traits of resilience and strategy. At the same time, his manifesto underscores the power of purpose in galvanizing action and inspiring others. Mangione's words have struck a chord with millions of Americans, shining a spotlight on systemic healthcare failures that desperately need reform. His story reveals how even flawed figures can ignite movements, forcing society to confront uncomfortable truths. Mangione's story has divided public opinion in stark and irreconcilable ways. For his supporters, he is a flawed hero, a man driven to extremes by a system that left him and countless others desperate for change. His manifesto, they argue, is a wake-up call to a nation grappling with healthcare inequities, and his actions, while extreme, were born from a place of profound frustration. For his critics, Mangione is a dangerous figure, a privileged man who exploited public sentiment to cloak his personal vendetta in the guise of a public crusade. They see his manifesto as a smokescreen, designed to manipulate public opinion and obscure the brutal nature of his alleged crime. Luigi Mangione's story is a study in contrasts, showing both the potential and the perils of adopting a Spartan mindset. His discipline, resilience, and strategic thinking are undeniable, but his alleged actions reveal the dark side of these traits when they are divorced from moral guidance. The Spartan mindset is not merely about strength or strategy. It is about using these traits to serve a noble purpose. Without a moral foundation, even the most disciplined and resilient individuals can lose their way, turning strength into destruction. Mangione's manifesto demonstrates the power of narratives in shaping public opinion. His ability to articulate a collective struggle has garnered sympathy and support, even as the details of his alleged crime remain under scrutiny. His story challenges us to consider the role of rhetoric in movements for change and the fine line between inspiration and manipulation. Luigi Mangione's story forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the nature of leadership, the pursuit of justice, and the balance between personal and public motivations. How do we channel our frustrations into constructive action rather than destructive extremes? How can we ensure that our efforts to create change are guided by honor, integrity, and service to others? These are some of the questions explored in The Spartan Mindset, a book that delves into the timeless principles of discipline, strategy, and resilience. Mangione's story may be a cautionary tale, but it also highlights the transformative potential of the Spartan ethos when applied responsibly. Discover how to harness your inner Spartan, confront your challenges, and lead with purpose. Order The Spartan Mindset today, and take the first step toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides all this and more in an original, comprehensive, and actionable guide. Available now for just $19.99. Buy your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage. Because your future starts with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.